Hi, and welcome to a one-of-a-kind help video on how to register with the excellent one-of-a-kind table tennis forum. Okay, first off you're going to have to find the forum. So let's type in one-of-a-kind table tennis forum. And now using your left mouse button, let's click on that. And it takes us to the Google search result page. As you can see, the one-of-a-kind forum is top of the list. And I want to go to the forum's main page, which is the index page. Notice how the arrow changes to a hand, left mouse button, and bam, we're there. The place we want to look at is in the upper left corner of the screen where the registration button can be found. Using your left mouse button, let's click on this and we're taken to the first screen for the registration process, where you're asked to select if you were born before or after the 23rd of October 1996. Both options will take you to a few paragraphs detailing the type of behaviour expected from members of the forum. If you don't want to agree, use your left mouse button, click on the text, and you'll be taken back to the index page where you can continue to use the forum. If you do agree, use your left mouse button and click on the text, I agree to these terms, and we're taken to the main registration page. The first field you can see is where you'll enter the name you want to be called on the forum. You can make one up for yourself, which you think fits your character, plain style or whatever, but it needs to be at least 6 characters long and no more than 20 characters. When you're done, you'll need to enter your email address in the email address field. If you're wondering why you need to do this, it's so that an activation email can be sent to you later on. Okay, and you repeat that just to make sure that you've actually entered the correct email address and made no mistakes. And now you enter the password. You can use things like a $sign or an asterisk as well as letters and numbers. Usual rules apply for your password setting. So make sure you keep it secure and the password's not obvious. And once again you're asked to repeat it just to make sure that you've typed it incorrectly the first time. The next option is the language displayed in the forum. The default for me is British English. And lastly, using what's called a drop-down menu box, you can select the time zone you want to be displayed on the one-of-a-kind forum. This may seem unnecessary at first, but as members of this forum are from all over the world, I find it useful to set the time zone to a country or continent where most of my friends on the forum live, basically so I have a better idea when they're awake. Now if you've made a mistake or changed your mind, now's the time to make those corrections. It's easy to do. For example, if I want to change the username I've decided on, I just select the text I want to change using the left mouse button and type over that text with the new name I want to use. And it's the same for any other text field I've completed on the web page, but I don't want to do that, so I'll just correct those details and put them back how they were. The last thing to complete on the registration page is the confirmation code. This is required to stop automated applications from making multiple memberships. And it's what I call a necessary evil. Evil because if you're like me, you might find it difficult to read the camouflaged activation code. So I'm going to share a little tip with you. If you want to make that text bigger on the screen, then all you need to do is hold down the control key, usually found on the bottom left of your keyboard, and at the same time, using a mouse with a center wheel, roll that wheel back and forward. As you can see, the web page gets bigger or smaller depending on the way you turn the mouse wheel. If you're still having problems with the activation code, using your mouse again, let's click on the Site Administrator text, and this will open up a new email with the To Address field already completed. All you have to do is type in your message and then send it to Haggis V, and he'll help you register. Okay, the activation code is entered, so all that's left for you to do is to press the submit button. But hold on, what happens if you've made a mistake? For example, your password is only 1 letter long instead of the minimum 6. What's going to happen? Well, as you can see, an error message screen will appear telling you what the problem is, and it'll give you the opportunity to correct any mistakes you've made in the registration. The downside is the activation code will be reset and you'll have to enter a new one in the activation code field. Now using your left mouse button again, let's press the submit button and success! You should see the web page telling you your account has been created and you were given the opportunity to return to main index page. But whilst you've registered, you still have to activate your account. Don't worry, it's easy. Remember you had to give an email address when registering? Well, usually within minutes of pressing the submit button on the registration page, an email will be sent to your email address from Haggis V welcoming you to the forum. In the email will be confirmation of your username and password, a link to the one-of-a-kind trading table tennis forum, and most importantly, a link which you must click on to activate your account. So let's click on that link and your internet browser will open the one-of-a-kind forum page telling you, yep, your account's now been activated. But you still need to log on, so let's do that now. Okay, so let's click on the login button and that will take you to the login page, and on the right hand side of the web page you'll see the username and password fields. Type in the username and password and left click on the login button. And yay, congratulations, you're now a member of probably the best table tennis forum in the world. Instead of the login box, your username was displayed, and also on the right hand side of the screen you can now see some extra options which non-members don't have access to, including other members, your own user control panel, which I'll talk about in another video, the option to see any new posts since you last visited, very, very handy, and option to see all the posts that you've made yourself. And if we go down to the bottom of the screen on the main index page, you can see who's logged in, and there next to Haggis V, site admin, distinguished by his username being in red, is me. And on the other side, one of the moderators, Speedplay, again identifiable because his name is in green. Okay, one last thing, it's always good practice to make sure you log out of the website when you're finished, and it's easy to do. Just go up to the top left of any page on the forum, and using your left mouse button, let's click on the logout text, and it's done. So there you have it. It'll take you less time to register than it did to watch this video. So thanks for watching. Hope you're going to register now, and welcome to One of a Kind Table Tennis Forum.